Right, so factory RS Mark III 4-pot brake caliper. They come standard in blue. This customer's decided to have them all stripped off and painted red instead. We're going to be using the factory mounting bolts, as they are the same as the ST mounting bolts. He's got DBA Mark III RS rotor. We've got a custom spacer to make sure that the disc centers properly on the caliper. Fitting kit, a brake line banjo, custom brake lines. Now, the owner of this car, Guy, he's got some aftermarket wheels, so his offset is correct to clear the brake calipers. But we've got to fit longer wheel studs, so if you're doing this, you want to have the right offset wheel to clear the brake, as obviously it's a much bigger caliper. Then change your wheel studs to being slightly longer. These ones are about 5mm longer. Or you can just use bolt-on spacer and not change the studs. It depends what wheels you're going to run.
21mm spanner, 17mm spanner, 11mm spanner, 18mm socket, 3/8, 19mm socket, 1/2 inch, 13mm socket, 1/2 inch, 15mm socket, 1/2 inch, wire brush, flat blade screwdriver, 3/8 drive ratchet, small punch, 1/2 inch impact gun, copper and hide hammer, angle grinder, torque wrench.
Alright, so windscreen trims, you've got 2 rubber caps, 2 15mm nuts and some washers. Whip them off, pull the wipers straight off, and then you've got a series of clips along the front that holds the top panel to the bottom panel. Pull all them off, top panel comes off, then you've just got 2 T30 Torx bits either side, pull them both out, and then you can pull the whole panel out. Whip your brake fluid reservoir cap off, just suck all the brake fluid out that you can visually see in the reservoir. And lift the car up. Take the driver's wheel off, take the passenger side wheel off.
Alright, so we want to remove the 13mm drive shaft retaining bolt. Just tap the drive shaft a little bit of the way through. Remove the 15mm nut. Leave it some of the way on. Loosen the 21mm nut on the ball joint. Disconnect the ABS sensor line. Remove the 15mm nut on the sway bar link. Pop our brake line off. Just pull it. We're going to remove 2 caliper mounting bolts, but before we do that, because this disc's got a bit of a lip, these pads will get stuck on the lip, so we need to just push the caliper over. Hook to hang our caliper on. Right, now this car doesn't have any center caps, so this is quite corroded just from washing the car. So they're going to have to tap these off. You're just going to spin 2 wheel nuts on. And you're going to hit it with the hide side of your copper and hide. Pull the ABS sensor off. Pull our bottom ball joint heat shield off. Remove the pinch bolt. Now sometimes you have to use a spreader, sometimes they just fall straight off like that. The pinch bolt pinches that tight. So you just want to check your hub, check that this is completely flush, that the hub hasn't started to walk out of the knuckle. If it has, you want to press it back in. I'm going to fit a lock brace anyway, and we're going to change the studs. Now there's 2 ways of changing the studs. You can press the hub out of the knuckle and then just tap them out and put the new ones, or you can do it with them still in situ. I'm going to do it in situ just to show you how it's done. You want to support everything, grab your copper and hide and basically knock the stud through. So See it falls through like that. Do it to all of them. Once they're all free like that, we're going to cut the back side off them. Now you want to put your your wheel nuts back under the studs. Just gives you something to hold on to, because it will get a little bit hot when you're cutting it. Now on the back of the stud, it's got a spline section here. You want to cut it after the spline section, and then the stud will basically just fall through. So there is a bit of a sweet spot, which is about there. So you want to push it all the way through and then chop it. Once you've done that, pull the stud out and do the others. Now the studs are all off. Because this hub has got a lot of surface rust on it, you're just going to clean this surface so that when the spacer and the disc goes back on, it goes on and it sits totally flat. So you want to get rid of any rust. You can use a wire brush on a drill, emery cloth, anything that will really just clean that up real good. Cool, it's about as clean as you're gonna get it. Now we're gonna fit our replacement studs. Now the lengthened studs that we sell have a little notch ground out of them there. So this is so that you can still fit the stud without removing the hub. There is a sweet spot. You basically get your flat edge and then it will just pull through like that. It'll only fit through on this side, so you want to fit them one at a time. Now that they're all through, we're just going to support the hub. And we are going to push these through with the press, but we're just going to start them with a punch. That just enables us to get it straight. So you're just going to line one up, get your punch on it, and just give it a tap just to start it. It's just going to start it. Now we're going to finish that off in the press. I'm using a snap-on 10mm socket. It doesn't quite go on all the way, but if you just press it real carefully, you'll be just fine. Now at the beginning of the video, when I was talking about the Brembos, I said that the mounting bolts for the Mark III RS Brembos are the same as the ST. For the record, I mean Mark III ST, not ST225. I live in Australia. The ST225 is called an XR5 over here. So anyway, you need to drill a 14mm hole and basically enlarge the mounting bolts. You want to buy a reduced shank drill bit, unless your drill chuck goes higher than 13mm. Just mount it up here so it's safe, so if it snags, it can't go anywhere. And just gently drill straight through it. It is very soft, so it'll go straight through. You don't need to put any pressure on it. I'm going to take the brake line and the caliper off. Now it's going to drip some brake fluid. So water neutralizes brake fluid. So what you want to do is just take a rag, make it really damp with water, and just put it where you think it's going to drip. Just makes life a little bit easier. This bottom one is an 11mm, and this top one is a 17. So we can put the 17 on, 11mm on, and we're just gonna crack it off. Now, if you're in the UK, wind it back and forth a few times like that. If there's any rust build up, it'll stop that from snagging. Spin this all the way down, and fluid will start to come out. For the clip, they can be a bit of a prick, but I find screwdriver there, just tap it. It'll start to move out for you. You basically got to work this clip out. And now our line is free. Take our new brake line, offer it up, and bolt it up to the hard line. Wash the brake fluid off with some water. Blow it dry with the airline. And now fit our new clamp, making sure that it's sitting this way round. Put some copper grease on the dry shaft splines. And now refit our hub. Lock brace. Fit our dry shaft retaining bolts. And we're going to fit our brake disc spacer. So that's all nice and clean. Now put our brake disc on. Now, some brake discs come with like an oil coating. It's to stop rust corrosion. DBAs don't, so you can just fit this straight on, but if it's got a coating on it, then you need to clean that all off with brake cleaner and a clean rag. Spin 2 wheel nuts on, just to make sure that the disc sits nice and true. And fit our brake caliper on. Now with our pads, these DBA units, there's a double-sided backing plate, so it's sticky, so you pull that off. You just want to get a bit of the supplied pad lube, just a little bit. You just want to spread it along here. Not loads, just a light smear. Taking care not to get it on the friction material. And just drop it straight into the caliper. Now with your fitting kit, I like to do the lower pin first, so you want to line the pad up, just allocate it, and you'll just see the end of it there. And take this, hook it underneath it. That's it. You want it to sit there. Grab your other pin, put it through the hole. Now you'll have to tweak this spring around so you can get it lined up. Your other hole like that. Take a small punch. There's like a little spring clip on the end of the pin, so you just want to tap the end of the pin in until you can't see the spring clip anymore. Now you can take this, put it through the hole. Now you'll have to push down on the rail. Push it down, push that through the hole, put your bolt in. Take your brake line banjo on the 2 copper washers, fit 1 washer, put the banjo through, pop your other washer on, and then thread it into the caliper. Pop the rubber in. Now we can refit our rack end. torque everything up, and then you can bleed the brakes.